This is a HeadGum podcast.
We're here to help. We're here to help with Gareth and Jane. We're here to help. We're here to help.
Welcome back to another episode of Weird Here to Help with the wonderful Eric Edelstein and me, little Stevie Berg. Eric, how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm so good, buddy. I'm so happy to be in here with you.
Oh, yeah, look at us. A couple of musicians just making jazz, figuring it out as we go. There's no plan. There's no sheet music. We're just feeling the space and compliment each other with a little saxophone here or an upright bass move.
You're Thelonious Punk, dude. It's so
Thelonious Punk.
Steve, I'll say this. These are some of the best calls we've ever had.
We had, the calls you're about ready to hear are so good. I'm just wowed. They're truly some of the best ones I think we've ever had, to be honest. But
and it's a lot of ways they helped us.
They always do, Eric. We're works in progress. Absolutely, Eric. I don't know if I mentioned. I wanted to save it for the show, but I had an interesting week.
Give me
a little bit. So. This time of year in the Midwest, in the heartland of America, it is morel mushroom season. Eric, have you ever had a morel mushroom?
Oh, I love them. I do a dry fry.
There's nothing better.
Throw them in the pan, let the water come out, then you add the oil, then you add the balsamic, then you add a little bit of wine, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Hope you're wearing cheap socks because they're going to get knocked right off.
Well, so the morels are the one mushroom, I think, and truffles that you cannot grow. You have to pick them naturally. And so there's about anywhere from a 7 to 10 day window where they pop up. So every year since I moved back to Nebraska, I go out with a couple buddies and we go morel hunting. And it is so fun. You're on all fours. You're having to do a lot of work. But you're finding these. And I got a grip of morels, already processed, brine, put in the freezer for a later use. This weekend I'm gonna do a nice risotto with them. A risotto with morel mushroom flavoring. You just can't beat it. However, Eric,
buddy,
when you're on all fours in your middle of the forest in eastern Nebraska, you're gonna pick up some ticks.
No, don't
okay.
tell me this.
Okay,
no.
And I'm prepared. As a fly fisherman, I've had ticks on me plenty of times. And so the whole protocol is you come home, you get your clothes right into the wash machine, you take your shoes, you leave them outside, which I forgot to do. My wife wasn't too happy about it. But I did a very, very thorough tick check, all over the old body, and everything looked fine. I found one on my shoulder, got that thing off, flushed down the toilet.
On your skin, sucking your blood?
It was, well, when I took my shirt off, I saw it crawling from my back to the shoulder in the mirror. And so I got rid of it. Anyways, 24 hours goes by.
No.
I wake up in the middle of the night to, when you get older, you have to pee in the middle of the night. Plus I do a lot of hydration, and I go to take a pee. I take a number one, and I find, I don't know how to say this gently. I'm just going to come out with saying it. A tick on my junk.
No,
Eric,
no.
I had
Steve.
a tick. I'm not going to get more specific than that. There was
you have to.
There was a tick on my privacy, on my bathroom parts. And on
the twig or the berries?
The twig. Dude,
what
it was
like... What were you doing on all fours out there that there's a tick on your dick?
Well, they crawl up and they'll hide in different places and crevices, and then they'll move around on your body.
I never felt it. The calendar. It was very excited. You ooze sexuality. It's like, I'm going to go out. The best the tick can go out on Steve Bird's phallus.
I'll tell you what, I shrieked,
oh,
brother.
my God. I would scream. What did you do when you found it?
Well, okay, I flipped out. I actually did. I went into a fucking complete panic. I was like, well, they're going to have to cut my dick off, I really,
They might have to do that anyway.
Come on. I had been asleep, too. So this is it was like 3:30 in the morning, the witching hour. I find this tick on there. And it is burrowed into my skin. Not all the way. So I'm fucking panicking. At first I'm like, do I get a lighter? And then I'm like, dude, I'm not putting fire next to, my baby maker. And, I didn't know what to do. So I just kind of dug my fingernails in there, grabbed that motherfucker, got it out, hurt like unholy hell. and I flushed that goddamn thing down the toilet, put a Band-Aid on, and then sat in bed all night wondering if I have Lyme's disease. That's that was my week. How's your week going?
I'm speechless. Because don't you have to like screw them out counterclockwise or get fire?
I
like,
think they're
because otherwise they can stay in there and keep sucking if you don't take them out properly. That's what terrifies me.
There is definitely like a protocol. However, it's 3:30 in the morning, and all I knew is like this thing's got to come out right fucking now. I wasn't gonna go on like WebMD and look up like how to properly remove a tick from your dick.
Lighter.
And light your dick on fire?
God.
You would put flame right to your like
I'd be
to
so
your
scared.
situation?
Steve, I have not said this. I'm always reticent to say things I'm afraid of. I'm terrified of ticks.
Me too. I don't love them.
We went to the Hudson Valley this summer. Our friend Taylor lives there, and I would not hike because I'm so afraid of ticks.
Oh, you can't let it. You can't let something keep you out of nature, man.
Ticks will. I'm sorry. I'll walk on the street. I'll get an exercise bike. I'm so freaked out by these things, and I'm so freaked out by Lyme disease. And this new thing, I'll kind of laugh. I'll feel horrible, but what if you have that tick bite that makes you not like meat anymore? It makes you allergic to meat.
That allergic to red meat? I mean,
yeah, that's a thing.
No, I know.
It happens
I know
in rural
someone who has
areas.
that.
So all these guys are getting, and then they have to turn into vegans, which is kind of.
It's hilarious.
I'm sorry, it's sort of hilarious to someone going in and having to like, oh, get the seitan, the cashew cheese, because they can't do meat.
You know, like 2 weeks ago, it's funny. I saw that like it's absolutely not true. That there was like some paranoid people saying like ticks were the CIA like development thing that they were going to release in Russia during the Cold War. Like they said they developed CIA developed Lyme disease, which
I've dipped a toe in that water. I've read it. I mean, they didn't have ticks like this 40, 50 years ago. They didn't have Lyme disease 40, 50 years ago.
But I think it's more
Poor
climate
Christopher
change.
Maloney from Law & Order. I watched that commercial of Lyme disease. It's real, and it's not fun. And I get so scared every time Christopher Maloney comes on my TV talking about Lyme disease.
Oh,
I don't want it.
Well, see, yeah, and basically, I had the Damocles around my neck right now. I have an albatross around my neck because I'm just sitting here waiting to see if this little tick bite turns into the bullseye, which means you have Lyme disease.
So you're just looking at your dick all the time.
I'm just looking at my dick. I'm looking at my dick right fucking now. No, I'm just kidding. No, but
how were you able to get through 4 callers today? And I want you to be honest because I can't see the waist down. Did you look at your dick today while we were podcasting?
No, I didn't. No,
that's the difference between you and me. I'd be so terrified.
Right when I hit stop, I'm
going
to be just.
Did you wake up your wife when you found the tick?
She could hear me like flustered in the bathroom. She's like, "Hey, are you okay in there?" I'm like,
What kind of sounds were you making? Give it to us, please.
I was like, "Oh no! Oh God! Oh no! Oh fuck! Fuck, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, God.
That needs to be someone's ringtone right there. Yeah. Grab that out, put it in your ringtone. We're going to make lemons out of lemonade.
I literally laid in bed and I'm like, are they going to have to
buddy.
castrate? Am I going to have to go to the hospital and get castrated the next day? Like, first off, I looked up, like, it doesn't matter where it is. Like, thank God. So they're not going to have to take my dick off, which I was worried about that. I'm not going to lie. But I am now on the watch. I'm on the clock to see if I have Lyme disease. So this is a
now
kind of a
I'm so worried about this, and not to be too in the weeds, but was it at least on the foreskin? Not the business end?
Not the business. It was not on the business end of the situation. I feel so bad that now everyone's having to have this horrible picture in their head of a.
Oh, they've already been visualizing your dick since the calendar came out, buddy.
But this is like, I'm truly like, shit, I don't want to have Lyme disease, man. Like, that's like really bad. So
we just met a witch that can heal people with dietary stuff and migraines. I'm sure if, heaven forbid, I don't think you have it. I think the bullseye would have already showed up. But if you do, we now have a witch that is a healer that can help you. And I'm excited for people
I'm
to hear
Steve Berg. You were just on the show Weird Here to Help. I know this is kind of weird that I'm reaching out to you, but I know you do some witchcraft, and I was wondering, I had a tick on my dick. Is there something you could do about that? She's like, later, pervert. Like, I'm just like,
yeah.
There's no way.
So were you able to go back to sleep? And then what happened when you woke up?
Not really. It was fitful sleep, man. I'm still catching up. It was like I woke up and immediately was like reading online about it. I did not sleep well because in my head, and I was in that kind of hypnagogic waking, weird thing. I was just like, they're like gonna have to like do some shit to my junk. And I don't like that. Like, I'd rather just have Lyme disease as opposed to them having to like do some weird procedure on my junk. You know what I'm saying?
So you just
I don't
ripped the
want
fucker off. Was
I
anything the
ripped-
next morning
I ripped it off.
burrowed in?
It was in, so it was like kind of not all the way burrowed in where it was like buried in there, but it was like in there. It was not easy to get off, by the way. Like, it really wasn't. And it hurt like fucking hell. There's a lot of nerve endings down there.
I've heard.
I'm sorry that this is the most graphic intro we'll probably ever do.
Look, this is life. This is life. You broke it, you bought it with us, and we needed to know this.
Here's the upside. I got a grip of golden top morels that are so beautiful. I will post the pictures on the Patreon because I'm so proud of them. But man, it overall, like, food's always going to win out, and it was worth it, even if I get Lyme disease, because man, morels are hard to find and they're so delicious. And let me tell you, if you've never had morels in a risotto, folks, find some of those morels or go out hunting yourself, because you'll never. Well, yeah. I mean, you might get. You also might get a tick in your privacy.
I know you. You're insane. I know you're going to go out morel hunting again next year, aren't you?
I'm going this Sunday.
You're insane. If you don't wrap your dick like the mummy, I don't know what to do with you. Like, wrap your whole body in the mummy, wrapped in plastic. Like, buddy. Yeah, I love you so much for going back out there. I'm such a fraidy cat. I wouldn't do it again. I'm such awe of you. But please wrap yourself up so well.
I'll be better. I'll actually use the tick spray that's toxic, the DEET, whatever, like that, like gives you like, bad diseases later in life. But like, yeah, I think in this case, I'm gonna have to put the weird chemicals all over my pants and stuff, because I don't want to go through that again. Because a tick in the dick, folks, don't recommend. Don't try it. Like a lot of things you want to experience in life, this is not one of them. It was sheer panic. I thought I was gonna have to castrate myself. Yeah, it was not a great situation, but overall, I got a freezer full of morels, and I'm very excited about it. Eric, should we get into these colors so we can stop talking about my junk for a second?
I don't think we have a choice.
Folks, without further ado, we give you this episode of Weird Here. I thought you were going to say it with me. Let's do that again. Let's do it again. Eric looks exhausted right now. I think this story
I'm worried.
Really fucked up.
I'm a worrier.
You look like a worried mother right now. I'm gonna get a lecture off the air. I can already feel it.
Oh
Eric.
my God.
But I'm in trouble. But folks, enjoy this episode. We had a blast doing it, and have a great rest of your day. Without further ado, Weird Here to Help.
Weird Here to Help.
Every once in a while in someone's life, there comes a time where you actually need help. And when you need help, there's only one place to go, and that is Weird Here to Help with Eric Edelstein and Little Stevie Berg. Caller, how are you doing? Welcome to Weird Here to Help with my buddy Eric. Eric and myself, I'm here too, obviously. That goes without saying. I didn't really need to point that out. I'm an asshole. Sorry.
Best intro ever. Best intro ever.
Not very eloquent.
Man,
I blame my speech impediment. Try having a lisp and doing introing a show. Not easy, folks. Caller, my friend, what is your name? Where are you calling from? And if you had to tell us what your favorite movie/TV show is, book, and album are, just so we get a sense of who you are, we'd love to hear it.
Hi, I'm Emmy. I can't believe I'm here. I'm so excited.
I'm very happy to have you. I love your name too. That's
never known a bad
I've never
Emmy.
met an Emmy
one.
who's just. No, it's just a fun name. You're a fun
I've
person.
never known a bad Jack.
Thank you.
I've never known a bad Emmy. They're all great.
I've known a bunch of bad Chads.
No,
I'll be
Jack.
Honest.
I've never known a bad Jack. Chads?
No, I know. I'm just saying.
Chad.
I'm just adding that Chads. Be careful.
Oh yeah, they'll stab you right in the back. You won't even see it coming.
Absolutely.
Like, Chad, what the fuck?
Yeah, Chad. Wow, that's my girlfriend. Chad.
My God.
Okay, sorry, Emmy.
you're good.
Talk to me about some of your favorites. And so what region or area are you calling from, if you're comfortable sharing that?
I'm calling from the South.
Oh, I love the South.
Yes. And let's see. It was favorite show is Better Call Saul.
Oh, great. We love that.
Oh, the best. Favorite. Oh, what were the other ones? Book is Jane Eyre.
Oh, classic.
Sure.
Favorite. Yeah. And then favorite album. I feel like I always panic when people ask
I know,
this.
it's tough. It's
We'll
very
go
hard.
with rumors. I'm seeing Stevie Nicks.
No, are you
dude.
really?
Oh, hell
Oh,
yeah.
that's so cool.
Friend of the show,
I'm very
Stevie Nicks.
excited.
We wish, but she's still got it. She's still got her fastball, comes in 102. And we're hoping, let's be honest, we're hoping that she and Buckingham start getting along better. There's some thawing in the relationship, Steve.
I know.
I think it's finally.
I
there's
blame
a whole
Lindsay.
past
I'll
there.
be honest. There is. I mean, they'll iron it out.
And
They'll
I think
iron
it's
it
all
out.
in Lindsay.
You know,
I support Stevie. This pod supports Stevie 100%.
me too.
Lindsay,
we're
figure your shit
team. I
out.
mean, friend of the show,
Stevie
Stevie
all
Yeah,
Nicks.
day.
Absolutely.
this is Stevie Nicks team podcast.
So, Emmy, I'm guessing you probably called for another purpose other than talking about the wonders of Stevie Nicks. How can my friend Eric and I help you today?
Okay, this is definitely a weird one.
Oh,
So a couple weeks ago, my boyfriend gave me these sweatpants that I sent in a picture of that say MILF on the butt, which is obviously obviously.
Was it his choice to
This
get you these
guy.
sweatpants, or did you ask for them?
and are you a mother? Are you a mother even?
I'm not a mother. It doesn't stand for what you'd think. It stands for Man I Love Frisbee, which it says on the leg. Because he is a Frisbee player.
Oh,
And I knew these pants were coming. I was very
those are
excited
great.
about them.
those are sick.
Those
We're
are
looking at
great.
these pictures of these pants.
Yeah.
And
They're super
they look
funny.
thin too, like you can wear them in the spring or early summer too, which I like.
They're a little thick, but they're pretty fun.
Well, wash them enough
The-
times.
I like
let
the
that out.
rug too. That's
Yeah,
a classic rug there. Really ties the room together.
Thank you. I love the
Yeah.
rug. The problem is, and this was quite a plot twist, like 2 minutes after he gave me the pants, he broke up with me.
What?
Fuck him.
Whoa, whoa,
This
whoa, whoa,
guy's
whoa,
an
whoa! We're
idiot.
not, we,
Hold on, literally 2
I
minutes
can't
after.
It was, I'm not kidding, like no more than 3 to 4
How
minutes. It was
weird.
How?
so quick.
Can
Was
you-
his name
I'm
Chad?
sorry. And you don't have to. I guarantee
It was not
It was.
Chad.
What was
You
his
know
name?
what? But
Just a first
We
name.
can
What's his
call him-
first name?
We can call him Chad if we need a
Yeah.
Chad.
Okay. Let's call him
Or we
fucking
need a
Chad,
name.
dude. Let's call him fucking Chad.
That's such a Chad thing to
Okay.
do.
So I'm without getting too personal or divulging it.
Yeah.
Explain to me the mechanics of giving someone a gift. It's like, hey, I got you these sweatpants. I want you to support. I love Ultimate Frisbee. By the way, I think we should see other people. Like, how does that work?
It was basically that. It was super confusing. He like came in and he seemed normal and he gave me the pants and seemed really excited and like it was super nice. And I asked how he was and he was like, I've had a lot on my mind this week. I don't think I can be in a relationship anymore. And
Why
we
give me the
talked-
pants then?
I don't
As a
know.
parting gift? Like is it like the
It
gold
was
watch when you retire
really-
from a company? Like, okay.
It was really strange. It was really, really bizarre. And I like kind of blacked out the pants until maybe like 15 minutes after he left. And I was like, why did he give me those pants?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
So is it ultimate?
was
Is it ultimate
strange.
Frisbee he plays?
Yes, he plays Ultimate
Wow,
Frisbee.
that is the quintessential 1990s stoner activity, which I would say even above hacky sack, man. Like,
I hope this
that
fucker
was
gets
probably
hit with
number
a
one.
Frisbee right in his head. I really
Oh, he
do.
will. Trust me.
Andy, I'm going to
Yo,
say this.
his-
I think
his-
you already know it. I'm glad you're free of this guy. Fuck Chad.
Yeah.
This is a
Yeah,
this is a
I'm-
barnacle on the soul. Someone that has that kind of behavior,
I'm
you're so
very
much better
sad.
than. And I know it hurts,
Yeah.
but like, I'm glad he's out of your life because this is crazy. And
Yeah.
I don't doubt somebody that's as unhinged and kind of seeming bipolar is going to try to come back, and do not let him back in. Tell him to take his
Yeah.
Frisbee and fuck off. Right, Steve?
Yeah, I'm-
I agree.
Yeah, we don't
I
like this
agree.
guy for you.
I'm
You
feeling-
deserve so much better than this insane behavior.
It's cruel.
It was really bizarre. Yeah, I'm feeling very sad, but I
I'm
am feeling
sorry.
very
When did
the way it happened, I
fr-
don't have any interest in
Never.
getting
No,
it.
How
but he will
fresh is-
try.
how
Trust me, I know
fresh is
crazy.
this?
He will try.
Yeah.
And you do not. You can even give him back the sweats, but they are nice, thick sweatpants.
I mean, Eric has a history of giving giving purple blouses to all his exes before
it's
he
a
breaks
party
up with them,
gift,
so.
Steve. It's a party
checks
gift.
out.
Prince wore purple. They can wear purple.
Hey, Betsy, I
You
thought
know,
this blouse would look
I
really
want an
great. on you. By
energetic
the
queen.
way, I'm out
Yeah,
of
it's
here.
like marking your territory. Yeah, I leave a purple blouse
Yeah.
wherever I've been. They're all over Eagle Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, even like doctors I don't go to anymore. I give them a purple blouse.
No.
It's just what I do.
Yeah, it's
and you weren't really supposed
it's
to
the
bring that up
parting
in the
gift.
air, Steve. leave. We'll talk afterward.
Sorry about that.
Too late. You can't even ring that
I'm probably
bell.
going to get a purple blast FedEx to me tomorrow morning now that I've wronged Eric on the air.
Send the purple blast to Omaha. 5XL
No,
tall.
no.
Sorry.
No.
Emmy, are you looking to host a semi-hit podcast? Giving advice.
No, Emmy, don't take my job. I got 2 cats to feed. No, okay, Emmy. So what I'm gathering without you actually coming out and saying it is you have these pants, which symbolize a relationship that causes grief.
Yes.
There are 2 ways I see you could go about doing this. One is the revenge plot, where you do something to these pants, such as create an effigy of this of Chad. Invite some friends over, get a nice bottle of Chablis, maybe some light crudité and some Southwestern egg rolls. And then you light that fucking effigy. All female energy should be there. Not one man should be there.
Yes, of course.
It should be all you and your sisters. That is kind of like the an opening gambit for a revenge plot. Now, Eric, if you don't mind, I'd like to pitch something that's a little more fun and making lemons into lemonade.
eBay?
That's interesting. I didn't have that, Eric, pull on that thread a little more. So what I was thinking when you were talking about the pants, it hit me like there was a movie that came in about 20 years, something in the traveling the traveling
pants.
Yes. The traveling pants.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
That's exactly right. What if you form a sisterhood of the traveling pants, and you and your close friends, and it can be like cousins. You can the farther you can send these pants away, and like they travel the world, would be amazing. But you should start your own sisterhood of the traveling pants. You wear them for the first month. This is part of the grieving process. It's part of the healing process to get over Chad. So like, Chad, I'm not going to let this object cause me grief. I'm going to wear these and laugh and create a great bit for me and my friends. You wear, it's like these things travel for a month. The owner, whoever has it for the month gets to wear them, gets to do whatever they want them. Then you wash them and you send them to the next sister.
I do kind of like it. Yeah, the question that I've been sort of like grappling with, which you basically hit the nail on the head, is what do I do with these pants? They also feel, because I have other things that he gave me that don't have like this weird energy attached to them. Like the pants feel cursed.
They're
but we're gonna undo that. We are gonna undo that.
Yeah.
Great.
If you haven't burned sage and Palo Santo all around those pants yet, do it now.
Eric's right about that.
Some incense,
clear that energy.
But I haven't done any sage. Or
Done.
Yeah.
Incense is sacred.
Eric and I are gonna. People are going to start at a certain point claiming that we're working for Big Sage. We're getting like some Sage sponsorship. It's the cure-all for a lot of things Eric and I recommend. But I do think Eric's right. Purify those pants. Get that Chad stank off them. Because I mean, like he's got the ultimate Frisbee sweat, which is like a stress sweat. That don't smell it smells awful, man.
No, but here's what I'll say. I think we already know this. These pants are a gift and wonderful because the pants prove his insanity. And there's maybe a chance he could have wriggled his way back in. Steve and I both want to beat him up. I know that's not our best selves. We try to be better, but that's where I'm at.
It's lucky I don't know where Chad lives.
The pants symbolize that you're never, ever, ever going to deal with this fuck again.
Yeah.
And I think if you start viewing the pants as a hilarious gift, it's already brought you to our podcast, and we're so glad to know you. The other thing I'll say is I agree, the sister of the traveling pants. Steve and I are in touch with our divine feminine.
Absolutely.
If you're okay with these pants getting a little bit stretched out, I think Steve and I would both love to take a picture of us in these pants.
Yeah.
I love this idea.
Really filling in
so
that MILF background. And if you cryptically post 2 giant character actors wearing the MILF pants on your Instagram, because you know he's lurking.
This is great.
Somebody that gives pants and a breakup is a lurker. Oh, I guarantee he's got a burner.
Yeah, he's got a burner.
He went through, I bet he's got a burner. He's looking through friends. Like, my wife will try to, like, I want to see what so-and-so's doing. I'm like, why? I'm like, why don't I unfollow him? No, I want to see. He's lurking. Someone that gives breakup sweatpants is a lurker.
Yeah, creep still.
And if you post 2 giant character actors, I'll tell you what, I'd love it for the publicity from your Instagram page. I got a fun show coming out May 21st called The Bros on Netflix.
Eric's looking to get out there, yeah.
I'm looking. If you post a picture of me in the MILF sweatpants and say, my friend Eric has a show coming out on Netflix May 21st. Please watch. He'll be so utterly confused and upset. And that's really what we want. Normally we try to go to our better angels. Steve, your next episode of Ghosts or the spinoff, you just post when Steve's new thing is airing with Steve Burr can really fill out some MILF sweatpants. You have MILF energy, Steve. I'm just going to let you know that, bro.
I know. Well, I shouldn't say I know because that sounds very cocky. But I mean, I don't know. But like,
no, you're a MILF.
Well,
you are, Steve. Like I could totally see on Real Housewives of Salt Lake.
Well, I am
I'm
about as sassy as it comes.
Right? He's a Jen Shaw.
I am a sassafras over here. Are you kidding me, dude? Yeah.
Come on.
Well, I will say, I think doing kind of like the first instinct always is to destroy them in some kind of like way where you're like, I got revenge. I find the revenge to not be satisfying. I really don't.
Yeah, that was my first instinct, and I do kind of like the idea now of doing something to like cleanse them and like send them on their way and sort of have a little bit of like, that was a good relationship at the time and now we're done. Like, do you have like where you live? Because I know, like, you know, the way people are now, it's like your friends are spread out all over the country or all over the world, whatever. But do you have a core group of friends who you love, like sisters or brothers that live close to you? I do have some really good friends here, and I have some family here too. And I could definitely also like mail the pants to other friends around the country. That's exactly right. However, I think if you want to start doing this, you have a little party at your house, and just say like, I want to, you know, like this is a party. It's not, there is a purpose behind the party. I'm keeping the purpose of the party a little bit secret, but please come, bring a covered dish if you want, or a 12-pack. You know, you should always bring something. It's, you know, you guys have the hospitality down south. You're not animals. No, I never come empty-handed. But like I think having an event and then at the end, come out wearing the pants, tell the story. They probably already know the story, and then say, I'm asking some of you, if you'd like to participate in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Yeah.
And not only that, when they come in, they're going to be a little confused because they're going to see a top flight charcuterie board being served on a frisbee. They're going to see high quality appetizers served on a frisbee, and they won't quite know why. Yeah,
I love that idea.
Until the pants come out.
Why is this?
We are taking it to 10 with this guy.
Yeah,
we don't like him. If you're listening now, friend, you're not a friend of this show. You'll never be a friend of this show. If you come up to me in a bar, I'm not going to be affable.
No.
And I'm always affable. I won't be affable with you because you hurt my friend.
Yep.
And I can't wait to try these pants on. And I'll be honest, I've been doing some eating. I'm getting ready for fall. I'm going to fill them out real well. Steve's going to fill them out real well.
Yeah, real well.
And we are going to turn these pants into a megaton weapon.
I'll tell you what, I'd like to get a hold of these pants. I'd like to get them on, get my gardening shirt on, and I will take some great photos of me, like, you know, pruning my tomato plants. On a hot summer day. And then this Chad would be like, oh my God.
Oh, is this the new calendar, Steve?
Well, and I'm just saying.
Wow.
I'm just saying the pants might have to make an appearance in these because, like, look, let's get back at this Chad. I think.
Oh my God! If they make it into the calendar, I'd die. I would love it so much.
I'll tell you this right. I'll tell you this right now.
Give the people what they want.
Send these pants to Eric and I. Let Eric and I take them for a test spin. Then we'll send them back to you. And also, if you wouldn't mind inducting Eric and I into the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, I know I would take it as a great honor.
You are obviously, of course, part of the sisterhood.
Oh my God.
We're so into the sisterhood.
This is so good.
Thank you.
This is so great.
We love it. We love it. We're in touch with our divine
feminine. This is the way I think, you know, because like revenge to me has a negative connotation and a negative spirit where it is temporary relief. I don't think it helps long term. I think taking a moment like this where you were clearly wronged, it was done inappropriate, turning it into a lifetime bit that you and your friends can laugh about. Because the last thing Chad wants you doing is laughing at him. And this is actually,
that's what we're doing.
It's revenge, and also you're creating a fun, hilarious inside joke with your buddies. Also, I mean, like I gotta tell you, get these. I mean, we'll give you the addresses off the air, but like Eric and I can't wait to get in these pants.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh my God. I love the idea of you guys in the pants so much. I
it's going to be so fun. And the other thing I'd say, unblock him. When the pan pictures start going, it's going to truly drive him nuts. He's like, why are these character actors, why is the guy that died and everything wearing the pants? I thought I was being cool. And we're like, no, Chad, this proves your insanity. I personally think you're bipolar.
Yeah.
I think you're a nut. I'm so glad you're away from Emmy, but I'm wearing the pants now. And then Steve's going to wear the pants.
Have
and then
fun
a whole
at
bunch
Ultimate
of legends
Frisbee,
are going to wear these
you
pants.
dork. Like, get out of town.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
there's nothing wrong with Ultimate Frisbee. I've played it. It's very fun. However, like, I mean, I don't like this guy. He's giving Ultimate Frisbee a bad name. First off, I think he should be banned from the organization. I'll write a letter.
Yeah.
I'll write a letter. I know Todd over at Ultimate Frisbee National Association. He's going to get a sternly written Chuck Schumer style letter from me.
Because we can trace whoever's making these pants probably knows Chad, and he should be banned from Ultimate Frisbee.
I agree.
He should be the Pete Rose of Ultimate Frisbee
get
for
him out of the league.
weaponizing a really cool pair of pants.
Exactly. Yeah, I love this. I also love Eric's idea of creating that theme, that sort of subtle theme of the like putting Baba Ganoush in a Frisbee. I mean, my God. If I go to a party where someone's serving Baba Ganoush and appetizers on a Frisbee, I'm like, I don't know what this is about, but I like it a lot. I'd be very
pants come out. It's the greatest payoff ever.
It really is. Oh, this is clean cut. This is so fun. And I have to tell you, Emmy, like, I know I'm going to go ahead and speak for Eric on this. We genuinely really want to wear these pants.
Fantastic. In my head, I was like, maybe Steve will want to wear the pants. The fact that both of you want the pants.
Well, you manifested us.
Yeah.
We're both wearing them.
We're both wearing them. Like, you know, it's like, look, I've tried to get Eric to wear certain articles of clothing, and he's always been like, buddy, I love you. I'm a hard no on that. You, my friend, offer some MILF pants, and Eric's like, yes, please. How do I get these?
Please. So, there's a MILF in me waiting to come out. It finally is.
There is.
Here I sit.
A beautiful MILF lives inside of you. And also, you might be doing, you might be bringing something out in Eric and I. You know, like we're like, Eric and I are going to get even further in touch with our divine feminine. So this is like a two-way street. We hope we're helping you.
But
boy,
you're
giving us a gift.
Amazing. I love this plan. I really love it.
This is so good. And if you need,
doing it, it is written. So we're going to give you the address off air, and then it's starting, and then I'll send them to Steve, and then I'll get good pictures of Jess Rona, take great pictures of me in the pants. They'll go to Steve. They'll go to all your friends, and then I think you start posting them. Because you should, when this episode of the podcast airs, you got to self-promote.
Yeah.
Promote the podcast.
Yeah.
Unblock it.
Yeah.
It'll start driving him nuts.
It will.
And that we have weaponized these pants that prove his insanity. Oh, I love it. Talk about making the greatest lemonade ever. But
God, this could be like an ABC movie of the week in like 1992. You know what I'm saying? God. Like this is so good.
I love it.
Finally, Steve, we can play ourselves.
Absolutely.
Before this would be Chad Lowe and, you know.
It would be Chad Lowe is in a lot of those.
Thomas Everett Howell or something. But finally, the big guys get to be the leads, and we are in the sisterhood of the traveling.
You and I are the
MILF
Tom
pants.
Skerritts this time, Eric.
Oh, I'm so grateful. Yay.
Oh, friend, well, I'll tell you what, we will give you, right to the show where you wrote in this thing, and Eric and I will give you our P.O. boxes. You can send those off any old time. I'll get in those pants ASAP, and I know Eric will too. I mean, like, I've never been this excited to wear an article of clothing. Fuck ever. Chad, fuck Ultimate Frisbee. This is how we win and have a great bit. I think going the revenge route, it's too easy, and I feel like it's not. It will be temporarily satisfying. This is a bit forever, and I'm telling you,
I like turning it into a bit. That feels really, really fun, and
it
feels like it's gonna get the like negativity out of the pants.
It will. They'll become. I mean,
Done.
These things will be in the Smithsonian in 2077. I guarantee it.
Yeah, and Steve Berg knows how to smolder, and he's going to smolder in these pants.
Oh,
fantastic.
Yeah. Look out. Look out,
yeah.
folks. Hide the kids, hide the wife.
All right, we met one more great Emmy.
Yeah.
Emmys are undefeated.
Exactly.
This is such a great call, Emmy, and we can't wait to get started with this diabolical, glorious, full of love revenge party.
This
Thank
is
you all
so
so
good.
much. I really,
Absolutely.
really
Oh,
appreciate
you're the best. So good talking to you.
Emmy, you're a gem. Take care of yourself, sister. And also, there is a better man out there for you, or woman, however,
Thank
it doesn't
you.
matter either way.
Yes.
But there is a better partner for you out there. This guy blew it.
Thank
And
you,
it's going to be
guys. I
the
really
big
appreciate
regret of
it.
your life. So if you can, take that grief, put it to the side for a while, and start saying, this might have been the best thing that's ever happened to me.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
And the
I can't
pants
wait
are
to see you in the
pants are a
pants.
totem of that.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
They are
the
a totem.
pants prove it.
Yep.
Look at the pants as a gift that like this shows this guy was nuts, and we get the final say.
Absolutely. You nailed it. You nailed it. Emmy, you're the best. Hit us back up with where, and we'll tell you we're going to send the pants. We're excited to get those babies on.
Amazing. Thank you all so much.
All right, sister.
Oh, you rock.
Take care,
we
Emmy.
love you.
All right. Y'all too.
Oh, wow. Caller,
Uh-oh.
hello. What is your name? Where are you calling from? And please give us your favorite movie / premium television show, musical album, and a book or anthology series.
Hello, my name's Kelly. I'm in Georgia
Ooh.
and the state and the country. And my favorite book that I would take would be The Complete Works of E. Cummings.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
This is why we do it. Now we
Which
know where
unfortunately sounds a little pretentious, but
No, it's good. We like, we like
No.
pretension.
capitalization is for suckers. We love this. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
so that would be my book. Album would be Elton John's Greatest Hits.
I'm
Oh,
good with
yeah.
that. I'm good with that. I'm a
Steve
big
loves
Elton John guy.
Elton John.
I do.
Yeah, hard to beat Benny and the Jets, I think.
It's fun. It's good fun. It's toe tapping.
Yeah. And then TV show I'm going to go with would be Schitt's.
Did you say Schitt's Creek, Kelly?
Yes.
Yeah. We there's a lot of Schitt's Creek talk here. Yeah, fun show. Catherine O'Hara. We love it.
Chris Elliott. We love the Levies. It's a great
Yeah.
show.
Big fan of the Levies. Friends of the show, the Levies. So Kelly, here's a question. Why or how can Eric and I help you today?
Okay, so I am going through sort of a maybe professional identity crisis. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
hoping you can help me kind of sort through things.
Oh yeah.
Just a little context. I am a dietitian. I specialize in helping people with migraine. And you know, I own my own practice, so I'm kind of just doing my own thing. And I love my job. I love what I do. I'm also, outside of that, a witch.
Oh,
Welcome home.
You are
Hello,
home.
friend.
Pull up a chair and a glass of hot cider. 'Cause we're gonna get into brass tacks here.
Oh,
You're a witch. Now,
welcome
may
home.
I ask what kind of witchcraft you practice? There's many kinds. There's hedge witch. There's death witch, which I just met for the first time. But what kind of witch are you?
Yes, I feel very at home. I feel like this is the only place I could ask this question, but
Mhm.
I identify mostly as a hedge witch,
Yeah.
kind of eclectic, but yeah, that's kind of where
Well,
I relate most.
That's good. And hedge witch, for the listeners, that you kind of borrow from a host of different practices. You work with a lot like elemental spirits and nature. Am I right about that?
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, I know a Dana Newkirk. She's a hedge witch, a very powerful one too. Good buddy of mine. This is great. So like you're a dietitian, you're helping people, and you're a witch, which I know witches help people too. So you're already a wonderful person in my eyes. Now, what is your quandary here?
So my question is, as dietitians and, for me personally, being very, evidence-based and science-based is important to me in my professional career.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, I also feel very called to practice more outwardly as a witch and maybe professionally in some capacity.
Uh-huh.
But I have no idea if I can mix those two things, if there's a world where that's possible. And if so, like, how would I do that without losing credibility?
Right. I hear you. That is tricky because the thing is, you're using like two holistic practices, being a dietitian, I suppose could be considered holistic and,
Especially for migraines. I think, Kelly, and again, you're in the right podcast. I think there's a way to combine all of this and get even more credibility. And where are you located? Sorry, ADD.
Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia.
Georgia. But are you like city Georgia, like Atlanta-ish?
I'm not. I'm in more of a rural area, but I practice online. So
Oh,
I
okay,
see people
perfect.
just like this.
Okay, that's amazing then, because the hippie and the woo-woo you can find anywhere. And the first example I'll have is my sister's a therapist, but also, not unlike you, a heck of a healer. And she was very nervous about doing it. She started incorporating tarot in her practice, and her practice exploded. She's amazing at this stuff. She has a gift. And I think she had kind of the same worries you had, but instead it only helped. And I think, help me if I'm wrong, witchcraft has always been a healing practice.
Yeah.
And to
Yes.
bring that in and to kind of bring it into your practice more for those that are into it, I think would only give you more credibility with the right people, i.e. listeners to this show and or the hosts of this show. So you can kind of open that up to the people that are into it. And then also while staying in a strictly scientific lane for migraines and for dietitian work, I think. Like, I think it's easier than perhaps it used to be to kind of allow all this stuff in. And especially if you're working online, people are going to be open and into this. And you can give advice that they don't even have to know is coming from a witchcraft background. It can just be like, oh, that's really cool. And they're going to think it's science, not knowing, well, it's science, but it's from thousands of years of witchcraft that's been proven to help.
Yeah, I think, and like, I wonder if it's like a case by case basis, like depending on the client. Like, if it's like some kind of stuffy conservative, like, dude, it may not be, like, I mean, you can kind of, I bet, like, Eric, for example, like, I bet your sister was like kind of sussing people out, not
sure.
just offering tarot to like, any Tom, Dick, or Harry. I think you got to like maybe like, do a little vibe check with the person. And maybe then you're like, all right, they're a little open-minded. And then kind of like, and maybe also not framing it as like, all right, now we're going to do a little witchcraft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think
let me get
like,
my
you can say, like,
cauldron. Here's what we're going to do for your migraine now.
let me put on my
Like-
little, yeah.
Yeah, and the number one thing that makes it all okay and brings people in and keeps them staying is results. So I go and I get a lot of shit from the boys, as well I should, for going to a lot of hippy dippy healing practices and doctors. But
Eric will go to like a van to get a colonoscopy on Ventura Boulevard in the Valley. So I mean,
we have a Groupon, and
we
I
have
got
a
lot
leg
of
to
stuff
stand
out.
on here.
It helped. But like one of the places I go to lately is this doctor deep in the valley, the Center of Integrative Medicine, and he does a lot of really hippie witchy stuff. I've gone there and I've gotten a laser IV where they run your blood
What?
through
That's
a
not
laser.
real.
It's real, buddy. It's helped a ton. It gets rid of parasites. A lot of this stuff is science that's undiscovered from my perspective. But the people I see in there doing it are conservative older folks you would not expect, but they have been so helped by this. They probably don't tell their friends, yeah, I'm going in and getting my blood drawn through a laser. But they were skeptical and kind of at wit's end and hurting. And then this stuff helped them a lot. So there's some surprising people in there getting a laser IV that you would not expect. And I think you could have very much the same results. So if I may, I'm not asking to give away some free game here. Can you kind of explain the connection between being a dietitian and migraines? Like, what is the connection? Maybe there's people listening right now. We can kind of get you doing a little bit of a therapy session here to let some of our listeners know who may be plagued by migraines, what they can do in terms of what they're eating and consuming to help.
Please tell me it's eat a lot of spaghetti. That's what I want to hear.
Steve?
Yes.
It is. Just eat pasta every day.
No,
You'll be
it's
good.
not, Steve.
Damn
Let her
it.
cook.
It'll definitely help your
I'm
mood.
sorry.
It will help my mood. Which I get grouchy sometimes if I don't have spaghetti.
He does.
Sorry,
he really
sorry.
does.
Go ahead. Go
He's
ahead.
a naughty little
Yeah.
boy.
Well, a lot of the work that I do is around helping people, support all of the different systems within the body that influence migraine, because, your overall health influences how severe your migraine is and how vulnerable you are to triggers and that type of thing. So you can support, your gut-brain connection with food and your hormone health and, of course, blood sugar. So that's a lot of the work that I do with, my people is helping them figure out which system or systems are off that are making things harder for them.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me ask you this. Here's the second part to the question. That's the dietitian part of you.
Mhm.
You as a witch, how would you go about integrating the hedge witchery? I shouldn't witchery. That's probably not a way to say it, but you know what I mean. How would you apply being a hedge witch to helping someone with a migraine, for example?
Yeah. I mean, I have done this a little bit with clients who are open to it, and I also have kind of like a group program online space too. So that's another thing. I'm working with a lot of people at once sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But I do practice some energy work, so that's something I've done with some people. Herbs, like the more like medicinal, spiritual properties of herbs, is something that
Like
I've
weed?
also...
Don't
That's not
enable
really
him.
my area
Don't
as a
enable him,
dietitian,
Kelly.
but-
Please, I'm begging
I'm just
you.
asking,
Just
man.
lie. Just lie.
That's something
It's
I
so
want my
hard for him
job.
not to show up here stoned. He's doing a good
Oh,
I'm in
job.
I'm
Georgia,
not
so I have to be
stoned.
careful.
That's
Be careful,
I
friend.
never
Be
touched this stuff.
careful.
Of course, no.
I once
Okay,
got
so
some
no,
Greg
I-
Allman weed in
that-
Atlanta. It was amazing.
Okay, so it kind of makes sense. So basically, it's just kind of like an alternative to mainstream science, basically. And that's really what being a witch is, right? In a way, like you're, like Eric said, a healer, and you're using different elements of nature to help people psychologically and physically.
Yes.
Well, and again, Steve, and I know you and I will go back and forth. Sometimes this stuff is, to me, science that's undiscovered. And let me give an example from my own life of something that has helped me a lot. For thousands of years, witches have used wormwood, that we think about from absinthe, but they have used wormwood for protection, banishing negative energies, and enhancing divination. Well, in the last 40, 50 years, doctors have started using wormwood for parasites. I now take wormwood daily. So this is something witches have been right about in their practice for thousands of years, and it took a long time for science to be like, oh, wait, wormwood actually kills parasites. The reason so many people have had good results getting weird and drinking absinthe and writing poetry is because the wormwood was actually killing parasites that were making them sick. So I think this kind of proves the point of like, there's a lot of witchcraft that's just science under another name. What do you think about that, Kelly?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I do fully agree with that. I think, magic and all of that, to an extent is just something that we don't have an explanation for yet. Science we can't explain.
Thank you.
I'm definitely with you there. And, I'm always with this stuff, especially with, migraine, where it's so hard to get results sometimes, for people and help them feel better. Like, if there's something that you can try that isn't going to harm you, but might help you or at least be neutral, then, I
agree.
It's worth a shot.
I agree. I think it's for being real talk. I think it's going to be how you frame it. I think if you like every once in a while, you may have a client like, ooh, which like, if it was me, and you're helping me with science with my migraine, and you're like, hey, I'm going to try some witchcraft shit. And I'll be like, yes, please, let's fucking party. But like, you're not going to get weirdos like Eric or I every time. So let's pretend you're like having a suburban, just kind of a normie come in who wants
Georgia
to,
guy coming in, racked by migraines.
Absolutely. Probably listens to Garth Brooks, like and that's fine.
If we're
but
lucky.
Like, if we're lucky. But, he's wanting kind of like that traditional thing. I do think there's a way where you can weave in some of your witchy stuff, but I think it's going to be how you frame it. I think if you say, now I'm going to try some occult, like, witchcraft shit.
I'm getting out of here. What the hell? I went in there with a migraine and she said she was a witch.
Now
Holy
I'm cursed.
shit. How do I call the Better Business Bureau? Now, she didn't have a broom or a hat. And I didn't know.
Her face wasn't gray.
But I mean, you're already clearly very intuitive, and I think you can kind of suss out who you lean into at this. But I think for you and your path you're on, the more you amalgamate this stuff and not worry about what people think, your spirit and your practice will kind of soar. Like, you're probably meant to bring all this stuff together. And it brings so much wisdom. Just look at the wormwood example. That's something that people laughed at, and now it's science, and we know it helps people a ton. And I think that that's just the tip of the iceberg for stuff that witches have been doing for a long time that are only now we find out the roots in it.
Right. And I think because of being a dietitian, like, look, if my cardiologist is like, all right, Steve, well, you have your aorta is completely screwed. Now we're going to try some wormwood. I'd be like, okay, get me out of here. But like, because you're a dietitian and you're helping with migraines, I think like you're going to be able to weave this in to your practice very seamlessly, but it's going to be all how you frame it. You know what I'm saying? And you can ask them if they're comfortable trying it. Like, well, sometimes my clients and I, just to get out of our headspace, will pull some cards from a tarot deck. Would that be something you're interested in doing? And they may say, no, thank you. And that's cool.
I'm so scared.
I mean, you're probably going to get some of those too. But I do think just taking, because look, there's all these, the unfortunately, still to this day, when most people hear, oh, I'm a witch, they think you're like some kind of Satan worshiper. That is just the unfortunate truth. So Eric and I are obviously on a different page. We understand that witches are for the most part, awesome people, right? But
healers.
Healers, man. And but I do think it's going to be how you frame it. And I think you don't need to I think asking permission to try something experimental is also good. Where are you at right now, Kelly? Talk to me.
Yeah, I like that. I guess my only small follow-up question would be how can I signal to people with my content I post online or my newsletters and things. How do I signal to people that this can be part of what I do, but it doesn't have to be, without freaking people out?
Yeah, that is a great question. How do you start integrating this into the about you portion of your website?
Yeah,
that is a good
delicately
question.
and slowly.
I think delicately, I think that is a drip feed thing. I think, Eric was saying, you start small. And I don't think you would give it a label. Don't say, sometimes I will try hedge witchery on people. I don't think that's going to play really great. But I think if you say, look, sometimes to clear the air, we bring out a, divin or some kind of form of divination, whether it be tarot, throwing the I Ching bones, or a pendulum, or even a Ouija board. I think you drip feed it into your website and then kind of monitor the results, and then you can slowly add on to that. I wouldn't just go whole hog on it though right away, and just no graphics of you riding a broom or anything like that, or stirring a cauldron.
But perhaps, do a slow drip for your main one. There is no reason you could not start your own burner Instagram feed. Burner Instagram feeds are not just for checking out what exes are doing. You could start your own Instagram feed, perhaps that doesn't even have your face on it, of if I had a migraine issue, there's a whole lot of people that would want to deal with somebody that's coming with a witch background and stuff that's been maligned before but is now proven to be correct. I think there's a whole other lane or a substack that you can really kind of start leaning into the witch side of your personality, because I think it needs to come out. I think that's part of why you're calling today, is that you're feeling the pull. And I listen to stuff like that. And I think if you start a parallel or different kind of identity online with that, whether it's Substack, Instagram, Patreon, whatever else, I think that there's a lot of people that'd be interested in it. We'd certainly be thrilled to have you on the Patreon if you feel like taking some calls or starting to lean into that. We don't have to see your face. And then starting to build, in addition to the clients you already have, that you're coming from a dietitian-based, science-based practice, this other kind of science comes in.
Eric, I was just going to say what you said. Kelly, I'd like to offer this to you. If you would like to come on the Patreon, because we do some experimental things over there, and I think this is a perfect fit. What if you came on and we did some kind of role play things where Eric and I were clients, and look, I got a million things wrong with me. I am as Eric will tell you, one of the best crisis trauma actors known to man. That's really my first love. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
He is.
But,
No, he's good. They love at Seventh Adventist.
They said they
He's
hire me.
that good.
They hire me at
what if we
hospitals.
have? I guarantee you. What if we have listeners struggling with migraines, and to say we have somebody we're lucky enough to know that can really help, and then you can lead with the witch there because people they broke it, they bought it with us. If there are listeners, they're great with this.
Yes.
Yeah, you can go heavy witchcraft on it.
Yeah, you can be the witch.
I love that.
Right? And we'd love to have you. We're
Yes.
about to start a regular live Patreon show. And if you want to jump in and start to do some healing, I think it would really help people. And I think it'd also be a way for you to start this new chapter in your life, kind of leaning into this. Because if it's knocking on your door, you want to answer it. And you're being nudged this way. And I believe in things bigger than ourselves that are pushing you there.
And for when you come and deal with Eric and I, if you feel like going to your local butcher and grabbing a large chunk of dry ice and putting into a vat of water behind you,
Steve,
I'm not going to be mad at that.
I'm
sister.
sorry,
I'm not going to be mad.
I'm sorry. He's
Just
supposed
for
to be
you
the
guys, I
expert
will.
on this.
Yeah, I also
You do
by the way,
whatever you want, but
I'm a
we need to
dry
give
ice
witches a
fiend.
new
I love
identity.
dry ice.
But I have a friend that's into. People are scared. I had a friend who's into great music, and Steve and I are big time into this band called L.A. Witch. And they just played here. I'm like, buddy, I know what your soul needs. Come on down to Sid the Cat Auditorium in Pasadena. He's like, man, I'm not going anywhere near anything with the word witch in it. And I'm like, are you kidding me? He's like, I don't want to be around witches. I'm
What
like,
a baby.
It was Pasadena parents that had to get babysitters to see LA Witch. But this guy's so scared of the term witch, Kelly. It's interesting. This just happened. And I see kind of what you're up against and why you're leery. And I think coming on with us is a great step toward that. If you come on, you be Kelly the Witch and help people out. And everyone's happier and everyone gets to benefit. And it's the first steps toward you really walking in this.
Yep. And you know what's interesting, Kelly, is that I would say the vast majority of people who are practicing witchcraft and anything in paganism are down south. Tennessee, Kentucky. I mean, you guys have this like really great like traditional folk magic scene down south. And I mean, I know Kentucky, for example, is like has the most pagan communities and like of anywhere in the United States. You would think it'd be like Southern California. Not even close. Down south, they are much more experimental. So I think your likelihood of hitting success rates with clients is going to be really high. So I love this. I think you are so invited to come do a dry run on me and Eric's show, and let's try it out. Let's see. Let's and like it'll be a good practice for you to get some like feedback in real time before you potentially practice on a client.
Yeah. I would love that so much. I think being able to, actually talk with people and try helping people.
Yeah.
With this side of things would be exciting. I also love the idea of, I already have a Substack that I'm not using for this thing, so I can start using that. I love all of these ideas.
Oh, good. I'm really excited about this because look, right on. I mean, like anytime someone's doing a job where they're helping people, I'm like, bravo, good for you. We should all be doing something like that. But I like that you're experimenting with some of this esoteric angles on this stuff. I think it's great. Why not? Like, it's also it's fun, and like you can't put a price tag on fun. Fun is a noble goal. But Kelly, is there anything else you feel like Eric and I can potentially help suggest? Like where are you at right now? You feeling good, or are you still a little like, I don't know?
Yeah, no, I'm feeling really good. I'm excited about this. I'm excited to, hopefully chat with people and start incorporating some of this in different ways. So yeah, I think this sounds great.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. Listeners right now, listening, if you have an issue with migraines, please write in. We're here to help at gmail.com because we are lucky enough to have Kelly is going to join us on Patreon, and we want to talk to you and have you talk to Kelly, and we're going to embark on this wonderful world of witchery healing together. So if you are dealing with migraines, you're in the right place. We're all here to help, and Kelly's just the newest helper. So this is all happening, friends. It's all happening.
This is great. Kelly, how do you feel?
There was, Kelly. I said it. It's spoken into
Thank
existence.
you so
So just get ready to help. You're a helper now, too.
Yeah, you're on call. You'll have a beeper appear at your front door, and when we need you, we will page you.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
And thank you for not telling Steve he can be cured by spaghetti. Finally, some honesty in this pod.
I can. That's soul food, dog.
Oh, stop it. That gluten.
I'm gonna
no.
I'm gonna cure myself tonight with a nice red
All
sauce.
right, Kelly, you see what I have to deal with now. Okay, Kelly, this is to be continued, and we can't wait to bring you on Patreon. Listeners, if you're dealing with migraines,
Yes.
we want to know because we're going to cure them with Kelly. Thank you. Weird Here to Help is hosted by Eric Edelstein and Steve Berg. If you'd like to be on the show, please email us your question at weirdheretohelp@gmail.com.
We're Here to Help is produced and edited by the great Morgan Nally.
Remember, all the advice given by Weird Here to Help is for entertainment purposes only.
All listeners should be adults and make their own decisions, right, Eric?
Oh, big time, please. I barely listen to myself.
That was a HeadGum podcast.